सानन्दमानन्दवने वसन्तम् आनन्दखन्दं हतपापवृन्दम् वाराणसीनाथमनाथनाथं शिवेश्वनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये शिवेश्वनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये। ओम नमो भगवते
वासुदेवाय।
ओम सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम। बोलो कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की
जय।
First of all, can I say a big thank you and a warm welcome to all of you to be here. And I'd like to give my special thank you to Bhaiya Som for his lovely pravachan again. And for Somya for singing that beautiful bhajan all the way from India, giving her time to us. We bless her and give her our best wishes. But most of all, I like to say how wonderful and gratified I am to listen to my little niece sister. You know, I hope she can write some notes like she used to write in her father's Gita for me as well, so I can use it. Right, sis? I send my Gita so you can write the notes that they've signed for me, okay?
I would definitely do that, Chach. It'll be my pleasure.
Thank you. Such tremendous knowledge that we have had today. It's wonderful that we can share this common knowledge and wonderful knowledge of Hindu philosophy and Hindu teaching. I, on many occasions, tell you that there are three states of consciousness, you might call it: the sattvic consciousness, the rajasic consciousness, or tamasic consciousness. And last week I spoke to you about the right hand and also the left hand. You can choose either the right path or you can choose the wrong path. And I tell you this, if you concentrate on doing your duty, the 5 duties we talk about, you'd be so busy trying to fulfill those duties that none of these things in the left hand, the Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Ahankar, will never touch you. Because there would be no time for the mind to focus on such things. But the mind is chanchal, the mind is a thief. And if you let the mind free to be chanchal, then it will lead you down the wrong path. But if you focus the mind on your duties, both material and spiritual, which we talked about on many occasions, then the mind is so absorbed in doing what is right that will never embark on anything that is negative. Sister gave a very good example. When you're at a traffic light and the person in front of you want to irritate you, or you don't know why it's called, why his reason is, what did I tell you all we must do? Say Hare Krishna or start singing the Hanuman Chalisa. So you use the time profitably. Sister say you could go and plant a plant in the garden. All this knowledge coming from you in different directions. And I hope you can open your mind enough to receive it. Sister telling you in one frame of mind, Bhaiya Som told you in another frame of mind, and I'm telling you with a little bit of common sense as well. So I hope you can grasp this secret and this technique of life. I told you also, the mind is controlled by the senses. And the senses would always influence the mind. But if you don't allow that to happen, then the mind becomes a slave. The mind can be one thing or the other. It could be a master or it can be a slave. It's up to you what prerogative you give that mind, what position you put it in. And if you keep it busy, then it becomes a slave. It will work for you. But if you don't keep it busy doing your 5 duties, and no man can tell me living that they have accomplished all their 5 duties and they got spare time. Not possible. So if you honestly do your 5 duties, faithfully, honestly, and conscientiously, then the mind will never be a master. So that is my thought. And Viraj and I years ago was in Mauritius. And I took him up a great sort of cliff. I don't know if Viraj is there. You can hear me, Bob? Yeah. We went up this cliff and I said to him that, Viraj, we are high up and the waves were coming. And as Bhayasom was saying, the waves come and the waves go. We are watching it as well. Many, many years, probably 10, 15 years ago. I can't remember how many years ago. And in those days, I was a bit mischievous. 24 years ago. So obviously, I like to show off in those days. So I told Viraj that, Beta, look, you see those waves coming? Tell that water, command that water to rise up very high. And let's see what happens. Just meditate. And within minutes, what happened? Viraj will tell you that the water rose so fast and come so high that both of us were soaked by this wave. Right, Viraj? Remember the occasion?
Yes, Guruji. That was amazing.
Yeah, thank you, Bob. Yeah. What I'm saying that you can make the mind a slave. Let it work for you. But don't show off like I did there. I was just trying to impress my godson, how good a guru he has. You have to leave those things behind. Show off doesn't make you anything better. Just do your duty and nothing else. So what I'm saying to you in that, sister said that you go out in the world there and many, many incidents happen. People steal your handbag. This happens, that happens as you go out in the world. And I also tell you on previous occasion that in every house, there's 3 things. There's a dustbin, a bin. There's the display cabinet. And also a wardrobe. Remember that, Pravachan? So when you have an incident outside, immediately you come through the front door. There are 3 things you can do. 1, you can take that incident straight if it's going to bother you and throw it straight into the bin. End of it. That's finished. That incident. You'll never recall it. You'll never think about it. Even when you lie down in bed, it wouldn't disturb you. It wouldn't cause you dream. It wouldn't cause you any pain at all because you've got rid of it. That incident, you can do another thing. You can put it away just in case, like when you go to the shop and you buy a dress. What is store Shanta normally take mommy to in Ross, Shant? And you buy so much dresses and you will never wear it. but you buy it just in case. Right, Chad? Remember the 2-3 trolley usually fill? Just in case. So you bring it in the house and you put it away in the wardrobe just in case. And you'll never use it again. But you know it gives you security. And we do that. So that's the second thing you can do with an incident. You can put it away just in case you want it for future reference. And there's a third thing you can do. You can put that incident in such a prominent position. Put it in your display cabinet. So anybody who comes in, you can tell them about it. Anybody who comes into your house, they'll see it. So everybody knows about it. So this is the choices you've got. So either you dispose of it, or you put it away for future reference, or you tell the world about it. That's the choices you've got. And you know, because of the qualities you've got, the sattvic qualities, the rajasic qualities, or the tamasic qualities, that will help you to decide what you do, how you would, as Sister puts it, how you would react to an incident, whether you have empathy, what you call it? Empathy, whatever the word is.
You got
Right.
it, Church. It's empathy. You got
Empathy,
it.
right?
Empathy.
Or like Dee wanted to electrocute the shoplifter. They're the two choices. Either you get angry or you sympathize with the situation. So your reaction is very important. But what will teach you that reaction? What will teach you that how to react properly? And we know the answer to that very well. Where is Divesh? And Divesh will put it like this. Binusatu sangha, binusatu sangha, vivekana hoi, binusatu sangha, vivekana hoi, Ram kripa binu sulabhan soi. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Bolo Ramchandra Bhagwan ki jai. So the essence of life is to keep company. All great souls will tell you, show me your company and I'll tell you who you are. Everybody who has got any sense up there, many, many thousands of years, rishis and munis used to walk through the forest for days and days to end up to this holy place called Naimisarana. Bayasum will tell you more about that. Where at one stage, 88,000 rishis gathered, passing through dense forest to get to this place. Why? Purely because they want inspiration. Look how lucky we are. We are getting people from America. We're getting people from India. We're getting people from Wales. We're getting people from London. We got Yogesh even from leaving his profession. All sorts of professional people, doctors, accountants, they all coming together to share their wisdom and their knowledge. This is Dharma. And God blessed all of you for your kind support. And remember this, where your mind is, there is where you're living. Where your mind is, there is where you're existing. Where your mind is, there is where you will be in your thought, with your word, and eventually your deed. So careful where you position your mind. Either you be, as Bhaiya Kapil will put it, he's not on today. He said, either you're a living dead as a human being, a dead living, or a dead person, one of the three. So you have to make that choice and decide, what are you? And where is your mind? And how you react to circumstances and your behavior. And remember what I said, that these things doesn't come, good qualities doesn't come from the supermarket. One place, from satsang. And that's why this word Upanishad is called, where you sit at the feet of your guru and you receive inspiration. I can see Anandji sitting at the feet of his guru and holding his guru hand and dancing with him. God bless you all. Hare Krishna, Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Hare Krishna. God bless.
Thank you.